have some of the best ISO players in the world. You know, it was a stretch there where we played great defense. We were in their face. And it was almost like each one of them took a turn making a shot. You know, they're just tough. They're tough to guard. They're super confident in their shot-making ability. That, you know, defense, I thought, couldn't be any better on some of those possessions.
Hey, Nick, let me start with you. Was last night more about the Nets' win, though, or the Clippers' loss?
Oh, it's more about the Nets' win. And, Brandon, you should feel very good this morning. And listen, I don't even want to talk about the defensive side of the ball. I know you get sick of it, and that was a step in the right direction for the Nets. They almost held a team under 120 points. They were this close. They've only done that once post Harden's first game with the team. So it's baby steps defensively, right? But it's a great win for them because the Clippers are a far better version of themselves than they were last year. They've been a red-hot team, and they were down double digits in the first half. They clawed back, they won, and the offense looked unstoppable. So you should feel good. I'm going to bring up 2 small points of concern just to watch, and you tell me if they resonate with you at all. But this is about the Nets. That was a big win after the Wizards lost. And neither have to do with defense.
Why can't we just leave it there?
Neither have to do with defense.
So why can't we just leave it there? Why do you want me to think about something? I don't.
It would be a short segment.
Why can't we leave it there?
No. Well, we could, but I want to bring these to you anyway. One is, I feel like Steve Nash is getting a little overexcited at times, and I don't think James Harden necessarily should be playing 43 minutes in regulation. That's a small thing. A bigger thing is this, and I just want to ask you this. Are you okay with Kevin Durant being the greatest third option in NBA history? Because last night, Kevin Durant was 11 of 13 with 0 assists.
Right.
He was brilliant. The reason he had 0 assists was because he had to shoot every time he got to touch the ball because he didn't very often get to touch the ball. And if you remove Kyrie's sabbatical, there have been 3 games all year where KD took more shots than anyone else on the team. I don't think that's ideal. They won anyway. They got a great win, a great bounce-back win. I think the second best player in the league should not be your third option on offense. I think that needs to be recalibrated a bit, but it was a great win.
What about if the second greatest player in the league is okay with sacrificing to win another one? Like, that's what you're seeing here. These guys don't care about stats. They care about winning. They knew when they sat at the table and said, let's get this deal done, that there was going to be some sacrifice made. Someone had to sacrifice. And last night, Nick, was a preview of what we're going to see in the NBA Finals. Now, I know I said this week, you know, look, wake me up when March comes, and I still believe that. Like, these guys really don't play basketball until mid-March, the end of March. But when they do have these premier games is when you're going to see those guys step up. And those guys stepped up. They started off slow. It was scary for us, and I was like, oh, man, here's Nick again going to talk about defense and talk about the Nets and how this is going to be a disaster. And then they clawed their way back in it. And they also survived an amazing third quarter by Kawhi Leonard. So when you think about last night and you saw, Kevin, how they just played complimentary basketball and they took over in the fourth quarter, and you have to say that, man, this team is next level, and they've only done it together, what, 5-6 games? The Harden trade was, what, 12 games ago? So this is amazing where this team is at in such a short period of time. That fourth quarter showed you, Nick, Kevin, that our offense is our defense.
Yeah, but it got a little dangerous. You're up 10 with under 2 minutes, and it still wasn't, you know, in the bag. But I will give you this. Steve Nash learning. I'll give you 3 reasons why at the end of the game, I thought Steve Nash did a better job than ever. Reason number 1, fouling up 3. It's the first time he's done it. Don't forget, they lost to the Cavs. We were like, oh, let Colin Sexton shoot a 3. He said, okay. Then they also lost to the Wizards. This is a nice little play. Like, oh, we're up 3 now? Boom. So Steve Nash has changed his end-of-game philosophy to now foul up 3. It's a good idea. Reason number 2, old Steve Nash using the old point guard skills, Brandon. He says, hey, guys, go to the end of the floor. Go to the end of the floor. Here's the thing, Steve Nash. You got to take a page out of like football coordinator's book. You got to cover your mouth so that everyone doesn't know what the play is. And the Clippers weren't paying attention because Steve Nash is literally calling the play that's about to happen. You guys don't notice it. Reason number 3. Hey, Joe Harris, you don't get to inbound the ball anymore. Joe Harris like, I'll inbound it. I turned the ball over a few times. Harden's like, no, you know what? I'll do it. We're going to get left hand, Michael Vick style.
Joe
Bingo.
Harris?
All touchdown pass, get a foul here, seal the game, although they did have a 3 to could tie it or win it. So Steve Nash learning, getting smarter. Brooklyn Nets gelling as a squad.
Just now getting
Which is why that team flirted with Brady and why there are rumors this year that they may go out and try to get someone else. All right, time now for Knicks NBA medals. Dame and Brad Beal battling last night. Beal finished 37 in the loss. Dame had 32 in the win, but both just missed out on a medal. Nick, who did earn a medal?
We'll start with the bronze medalist, Kyrie Irving. Now listen, the number one, oh, that's Jimmy Garoppolo. Bronze medalist, Kyrie Irving. 39, that's more Jimmy Garoppolo. 39 points, 23 shots. The Nets, unquestioned number 1 option each and every time down the court, delivered for them in their best win of the season. So Kyrie with the bronze medal.
Yeah.
Silver medalist, Steph Curry, 38, 11, and 8. In a tough loss to the Celtics. It was, listen, we usually try to only give medals to guys that win, but the Warriors were playing 4-on-5. In fact, they were playing 4-on-6, because if you watch this game last night, Kelly Oubre was actually playing for the Celtics. So considering they lost by 4 and it was a 4-on-6 game, Steph gets a silver. Gold medalist, most points by an undrafted player ever, breaking the seemingly unbreakable record of the great Moses Malone, who had 53 points 40 years ago. Fred VanVleet, 54 points, 11 three-pointers in a needed win for the Raptors over the Magic. Brandon, there they are. Your guy Kyrie, everybody's guy Steph, and newly minted Fred VanVleet.
Yeah, I mean, come on, this Kyrie thing, he's only having probably his best year ever. I'm going to say it now. MVP-like season. He could have at least got, you know, you could put him at bronze, Nick. Come on, I mean, the silver over Steph. Steph lost the game. But I am cool with Fred VanVleet getting the gold because his story is amazing, and it needs to be told. This is a guy that averaged 12 points his senior year at Wichita State. And now he goes undrafted. He works his way into a title. He has a ring. He signs a huge deal. And now he's dropping 54 points. So I'm cool with him sitting right there at top with gold. But Kyrie Irving, who's having an MVP-like season, should have been moved up 1 to the